Welcome back to the show. This is KDS Reviews. Today we're going to talk about a genre here that I've actually always been curious about. That's these video game movies. Right now there's one out now that's kind of popular called Minecraft. Super Mario Brothers did really well. But let's talk about some of the problems that they have with these type of movies. First thing is the games are interactive. You play the game. Hey, look at Silent Hill right here. This movie, Silent Hill, based off of this game right here. This is a very hard to find video game, very popular video game. Now you play Silent Hill. You're this character in this movie. You're trying to find out your daughter's missing. You come to this mysterious town, and you try to find out where she is. And that's this movie right here, which is really not really a bad movie. We got pretty close to what the video game is like. But the only thing is that you're playing this game. And I think that's one of the problems why these video game movies aren't quite as popular. Because you're there, you're the character. In the movie, you're not. Another thing is these bizarre changes that are made in these movies. Okay? This movie right here, Resident Evil, is based off of this video game series, Resident Evil. Now, this movie right here has a lot of different changes. It doesn't follow through with the play of this game right here. We're going to come back to Resident Evil. There's something else in here you need to hear about. But it doesn't really follow the lore of Resident Evil. Another thing is horrible acting. Horrible acting. Well, for instance, Street Fighter, which is based off the Street Fighter series. Now, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Guile. Okay, he looks like Guile. Raul Julia in the back here, the late Raul Julia, this was his last movie. He looks like Bison. But unlike the Marvel movies, Jean-Claude Van Damme, you're not really watching his movies for his acting prowess. You're watching him for his kung fu. And that's another thing. Get somebody that looks the part and acts the part. Much like Marvel, Robert Downey Jr. not only looks like Tony Stark, but his acting pulls the movie, takes you out of the fact that, hey, this is a superhero movie, but it makes it more realistic because of his acting. Another thing is they don't stay true to the game. But we're going to go back to Resident Evil about that. This character right here, Alice, I don't know where this came from right here. The Resident Evil games are about a character named Leon Kennedy. There's not even a character in the Resident Evil series called Alice. So I don't know where this came from right here. That kind of threw me out the first time I saw a Resident Evil movie. I was like, well, where's Leon Kennedy at? He's the main person. I don't know if it's because her husband directed the movie or what. But in this movie, it just goes completely crazy. It's about the game is about the Umbrella Corporation. This thing's it's just bonkers. It's like they made it up as they were going along. And one of the main thing, and to me, this is the main thing when you make these type of movies, whether it's video game movies or comic book movies. Most of these movies, if not all of them, were made by people who don't even play the game. If you're not playing the game, then you don't know the lore, you don't know about the characters, you don't know about the Easter eggs. You're just making up your own story. And I think with Resident Evil, that's what they did. They just took the name, took a little bit of the lore, and they made up their own movie. Because that's basically what they do. Because it just goes off the rails. There's been so many of these Resident Evil game movies, but they're nothing like the video game. So I think if they did that, stuck with the lore as best they could, kind of like the Hunger Games, or Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings, there would be a lot more successful, and there would be a lot more of these video game movies. This is KDS Reviews. KDS Reviews is seen every Wednesday and every Sunday. And throughout the week, we make commentary about what's going on in the state of Hollywood as far as movie making. If you like this type of content, then like, subscribe, and share. What are some of your favorite video game movies? Let's make some comments down below. This is KDS Reviews, and I will see you in the next video.